Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney and happy Friday. We are at the end of our Love Notion sale week and the end of our Color Guru sale week. Lots of sales going on. As a reminder, through the end of today, Friday, the May 5th, Friday, May 5th, all Love Notions patterns, with the exception of the newest release, which is just on regular release sale, but everything else, classes, patterns, everything, are 40% off through the end of today. Code CAT10 gets you an additional 10% off that sale price as well. So it's a great time to stock up on some patterns for summer sewing if you haven't already. I'm going to be walking you through a sew look today just to give you a little bit more inspiration on some patterns that you may want to try with Love Notions. But I also want to remind you today is the last day. Color Guru is having a sale, 10% off sale on all of their packages, their color consultation packages. That's who I've used, my mom's used, my sister, my daughter, I got it for my mother-in-law for Christmas. She loves it. Jenny, quite a few of my friends, a lot of my sister's friends, they have all done the Color Guru color consultations because they're just so good. But they're 10% off now through this week, so today is the last day. But if you use my code TOMCATColor, you get an additional 10% off that price. So it doesn't quite come to 20% off because it's 10% off the 10% that already comes off, but you can get 20% off ish off that total price with my code. My code normally gets you 10% off, but it will take an additional 10% off the sale price. So definitely want to go grab that if you are interested in, if that's something you've been thinking about doing. I can't speak highly enough about it because it has just really changed my sewing game, my wardrobe, how I feel about myself in different colors, how I can dress for my mood. It's just changed a lot of that for me. So can't say enough good things. Okay, that is it for all the sale talk though. And both patterns that went on for release, the Itch to Stitch Taroko, I'm probably saying that wrong, skirt, as well as the Love Notions Lennox that went, they are both on release sale for this week. So, whew, that's a lot. It's been a lot going on the channel this week. And then on Sunday, I'll be back to talk you through this month's cashmerette pattern that I did a sew-along for. So we'll be talking about my version and I'll be linking you back. The sew-along's already out there, but I'll be linking you back to that on Sunday. Okay, I've been busy, folks. Let's talk about this sew the look that I've made for Jenny. Okay, so I had pinned this look, I think in summer of 2022. I guess just last summer. I think it was 2022. Doesn't matter. It was a Bowden look. The top's no longer available, but it was a Bowden top. I just thought it was so pretty with the wrap, and then it had like some ruching at the side. I thought that the little sleeve was really cute as well. I didn't do that on this one, but we'll talk about that here in just a second. Why and how to do that if you want to do that. But it was just such a beautiful top, and I just couldn't get it out of my head. And I bought some fabric and thought, oh my gosh, that's going to be perfect for that top. So the fabric that I grabbed was this cotton spandex from Style Maker Fabrics, and it's no longer available, but I am linking down below all of her jerseys. This would be great in a cotton spandex jersey or a rayon spandex jersey or viscose spandex jersey, either of those. But I'm also linking a fabric from University of Sewing that I found that would be not from University of Sewing. It's a Minerva fabric that I found that I think would be really good. And it's a Minerva exclusive, one of their exclusive prints. And I've not tried their viscose jersey yet, but all their other exclusive lines I have been very impressed with. So I kind of want to try this viscose jersey. And I may be ordering some. So, but I think this print would give you a similar look to this shirt as well. But when it came, when I ordered this fabric and it came, Jenny was oohing and awing over it. And while the color's a little clear for her, I think that the taupe and the other muted colors that are in the center of these daisies muted enough. And then it's got the white background. I think it does work for her because it mutes the clearer turquoise that's in the background because she is a moonlit summer. So she has a much more muted palette than I do. But so that when she mentioned that, I was like, yeah, it is a good fabric. I'm like, I think it should be pretty good on you. And then when we were talking about sewing for her, and she was mentioning she has a very long torso, can never find dresses, wrap dresses especially, that actually hit at her natural waist. So when we were talking about that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I should make that sew the look for her with this fabric instead of for myself. I think that that would be really fun. So that's what we've done. So I have made Jenny the Willow wrap top by Love Notions. There is the Willow wrap dress, which is a faux wrap dress, and also the Willow wrap top. Now, the Willow wrap top has not been updated yet, but it is on the docket to do so. So it's still in the old size range, and it does not have a full bust front. So if you do have a fuller bust, like if I were making this for myself, I would have to do a dartless full bust adjustment on this top for myself. But it is, they're going to be updating all of their patterns to be in the full extra small, the 5XL size range, full bust fronts for everything, all that. I think by the end of this year was her goal. I could be wrong on that. They're getting very close though. So this is on the docket. But if you buy this top, let's say if you bought this pattern today and then they update it later, you don't have to buy it again. Your file just gets updated. So you can just download the newest version of the pattern you've already bought. So keep that in mind if that's something that is of interest to you. But the pattern comes with a couple of views. It has a shared view that kind of does this ruching here at the side, which you can either do with pleats or with gathers. A very similar look. It's kind of just whatever you want to do. I went ahead and did pleats. I find them a little less fiddly, and it's worked really, really well. Now, I'm having a hard time putting, hopefully you can see it better on Jenny, putting this on the model, because you should wear a wrap on both sides under your boob. My mannequin's very small, but she also doesn't have an under boob, you know, to catch that like a body would, because she's hard. Anyway, so I'm having a hard time getting this to look the way it's supposed to look on Lena, but you get the picture. I'll have Jenny up here so you can see it on a body. But I did the one with the ruching. It does have an asymmetrical hem here, but you can still tuck this in if you want to be more like the model, or you can wear it out. It's beautiful over skirts, pants, whatever. I didn't do anything to this pattern except I lengthened it 1 inch at the waist. So I dropped her waist 1 inch, and that's going to give the ruching effect at her actual waist as opposed to, you know, 1 inch too high because she's long in the torso. I have to do the opposite for mine. I have to shorten them 1 inch. That's why we're friends. Opposites attract. Now I did do one thing differently. So the pattern wants you, when you're finishing off the front edge, to just fold it over to the wrong side and then top stitch or cover stitch it in place. I wanted it to, I didn't want that to stretch out. So I actually serged a piece of clear elastic into the whole neck edge. Now I didn't stretch it while I was going. The machine kind of stretches it just a little bit as it's going through, which makes it hug the neckline a little bit better. So that was a good trick. So if you do buy the pattern now, you know, I don't know what the update's going to look like, but if you do buy the pattern now, that's a great way to finish off that neck edge. Or you could bind it. You could put your knit binding, just trim off. I think it's 3/4 of an inch is what they tell you to fold to the wrong side. But you could just trim that off and then bind it to give it some stability with knit binding. But I just serged in, I serged the whole neck edge. It has you attach the fronts together at the back at the shoulders, and then you finish off the whole neck edge, and then the fronts get laid on top of each other and basted together. So I just did the serge the whole edge with the clear elastic in there, and then folded it to the wrong side and cover stitched it. And I think that that worked beautifully, and it just hugs the body really nicely. But that's it that I did. Now, like I mentioned, I did leave the sleeves as is, the straight sleeves. Jenny gets cold. She likes to be able to layer this underneath things and didn't want the flared sleeve. She wanted the straight sleeve so she can easily put sweaters and blazers. You know, she loves to wear a good blazer, all that kind of stuff to wear over it. So we left the sleeves as is. However, if you wanted to get closer to the inspiration picture, it's very easy to do a kind of a fluted or a ruffled sleeve. And what you do is mark in your seam allowance at the top of the sleeve cap, and you're just gonna cut up 2, but not through that seam allowance, in like 4 or 5 different places at the sleeve. So cut all the way through the hemline, up 2, but not through that seam line, and then cut down from the cut edge down so you have pivot points. And then you just spread the sleeve, and it's going to cause a curve there at the bottom when you spread it open, but that's what causes the ruffle fluted edge, the floaty sleeve that the gal has on in the inspiration post. So if you do want that sleeve, it's very easy to recreate with a straight sleeve, which this is. The pattern also features a 3/4 sleeve and a long sleeve. So there's 3 different sleeve options for this as well. And if you're not crazy about the asymmetrical hem, or you don't want the ruching at the side, there is just a plain wrap top that has a straight hem at the bottom as well, and it doesn't gather into the sides. I think that's it. So Jenny here is pairing it just with some white jeans that she owned. But if you really wanted to go and recreate this whole look yourself, you could use the legato jeans. I'm a big fan of this jean pattern because it has kind of a choose your own adventure feature to it. You can pick if you've got a flatter rear end or a curvier rear end. It's different crotch curves. You can pick petite, regular, or tall, and that not only affects the rise, but also the leg length. And then it allows you to choose between a curved waistband or a straight waistband. So if you're straighter through here and you just want a straight waistband, or if you're someone that needs a lot of taking in at center back, or you come in quite a bit at your waist, you can do the curved waistband that's going to fit your body a little bit better. It just makes fitting the jeans a lot better, and they have a class that you can buy as well that walks you through sewing the legatos. So if that's something that scares you and you want to do, that's also on sale as well. All right, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this, but and if you're wanting to make those jeans in a stretch white denim, it's kind of hard to source. I have found some for you. I talked about it on Wednesday, but it is a Minerva core fabric. I'll leave it linked down below. Comes in a few different colors. I've not used it, but I am going to buy actually some of this in white to make my daughter a pair of jean shorts. Because what I love about Minerva is you can see what other people have posted that they've made, and there are white jeans on there. It's the first post that pops up, and they look fantastic. So they're not see-through. It's a great weight for pants, and it looked really good on the gal that made it. So I would be very confident in ordering it for bottom weight and for jean making as well. And again, it comes in a whole bunch of different colors, that denim does. So there you go. We've got a sew the look for Jenny, recreating this Bowden top, and I think we came pretty darn close. The fabric's a little different, but again, I've linked some down below if you would like to try your hand at making your own wrap top. All right, guys, that is it for Love Notions and Color Gurus sales weeks. I hope you've enjoyed the barrage of videos that have come out this week. I will be back on Sunday for a little bit of talking about my Hamden dress. And then pointing you back to that sew along that went up on Monday. And then we're back to the regular schedule next week for Tuesday, Friday, Sunday. So I will see you all then. I hope you get some sewing in this week. And yeah, see you on Sunday. Bye.